Hello, 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 everyone. This is Nikki Tobias with Grounded Vision Coaching Consulting. It's day 3 of our prosperity game. Several people said they were going to hop on, so I'm going to give this another minute or two to let everybody know that we're on and we're live. It's day 3, day 3, day 3. I'm so excited. Hello, Miss Ashley. Good to see you. Bree's on. Bree and Celine did my nails today. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Fun two-tone. Miss Delane, nice to see you. Thanks for hopping on. Woo. I'll give it another second or two. My fingers are cold. Well, that'll be fun, though. I'll get to show you my nails. They do different colors based on how warm or cold you are. Bree, who just jumped on, and Celine did them today, so they're kind of fun. Not Christmassy at all, but you know, it's going to be in the upper 60s all like on Christmas Day and next week, so it's not going to feel a whole lot like Christmas here anyway. So it's day 3 of our prosperity game. Super, super, super excited to chat about day 3, and then to share with you how many dollars we'll have made and spent over the next month, and then six different wealth affirmations, which I have a couple of them written on the mirror in my bathroom. So I've been using them, and I want to share them with you. Ooh. I had said would be on at 8:30. It says 8:31 now, so maybe I'll give it one more minute, and then we'll chat about day 3 of the prosperity game. And as I said, the dollar amounts and some affirmations for wealth and prosperity. It's a great time to be thinking about that as we are about to start a new year, right? For those of you that are on in some corner, you can share the video right now so other people can jump on with us live. That would be awesome. I don't think Facebook keeps up well with who's watching and who's not, because it sort of bounces around a lot, and I don't think that many people got off and back on, but Merry Christmas Eve, Eve. Jen Yingling, welcome. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, well, we'll get started. I waited 2 minutes, and I hate when people wait on their videos when I'm watching. So we're just going to get started. Merry Christmas Eve, Eve. Happy Friday. It's day 3 of our prosperity game. And so I wanted to chat about our prosperity game. And then I wanted to tell you about, I did some of the math, so I want us to hear how amazing that would be. And then I have 6 different wealth and prosperity affirmations to share. And so you may want to grab a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper, or you could, watch the video later. For those of you that are on, if you don't do a lot of Facebook Lives, you don't understand, in some corner here, there's a share button, and it'll share to your Facebook wall so people can get on live. There's obviously a place there in the middle you can comment. So if you type something in, I'll get to see it and read it here. And then there's like the thumbs up and the hearts and the laughing faces and the wows and all that. You can hit those and it'll float across the screen. But just so you know, if you really, really love something, say, you could hit the heart over and over and over again, and all those many hearts will float across. So that's super fun. And then the very last thing I wanted to tell you about all that is people keep asking me, like, how do they get to find out when I'm on? And somewhere at the bottom, as you're watching, you'll get an option to like be notified when I'm live, or follow or subscribe or something like that. So make sure that you pay attention, because then your Facebook will notify you when I'm on. Okay, so it is day 3 today, day 3 already. So we wrote ourselves a check. Hello, Miss Jennifer Miracle Best. Thanks for popping on. So today we wrote a check to ourselves for $3,000. For those of you that are new to this prosperity game, it's included in this Ask and It Is Given book, and they tell you to write yourself a check on day 1 in your checkbook register for $1,000, and then you write what checks you would write to spend that $1,000 the same day. And then day 2, you write yourself a deposit for $2,000, and then you write withdrawals up to $2,000. Day 3, you do $3,000, and you write withdrawals for up to $3,000. And the point of it, in my estimation, is the 3 F's. So who do you want money from? Is there a certain ideal client or a certain customer that you would love to get money from? Maybe it's just the universe. You don't care how the money happens. You just want to manifest more money, attract more money to you so you can write the universe. The second F is what is it for? So maybe there's debt you want to pay off, or a great bag you want to buy, or something that you want to buy for your child or your pet, or you want to make a car payment, anything like that. And then you sign your name on those checks. And so today for me, since I've been sharing, there's my $3,000 check, since it's day 3, from my ideal client 3. So that's my first F. And then my second F is for business consulting. And I made $3,000. And then the third F is that you really have to feel it, right? So as you're writing yourself that $3,000 check, you feel the exhilaration of receiving $3,000 for a business consulting situation. It says my connection is weak and I'm in the room with my Wi-Fi, so I don't understand that. Hello, Miss Christy. Thanks for jumping on. Good to see you. And so yesterday in my day 2, I wrote one of my checks for 8 months of my cell phone bill. And so today I wrote a check for the remaining 4 months of my cell phone bill. I wrote a check to get Trifexis for the dogs, for 3 dogs for 12 months would be $610. I wrote a check for that. I wrote a check to order more Grounded Vision postcards for $105. 6 months of my electric and my gas bill for $1,200 estimated. 12 months of my water bill for $240. I wrote a $500 check to go to my savings account because I am a person that values having money in the bank and not wanting to have to worry about it. So I wrote myself a $500 check to put the money into my savings account. And then with my remaining $205, I wrote a check to Urban Spa and Sanctuary so I could get a massage and a facial. So even me, who's pretty conservative and, you know, used most of my money to pay my bills because, one, I think it's annoying to have to pay my bills every single month. And if I could, like, pay them a year in advance, that would be awesome. But even though I was doing all that conservativeness and I was saving, you know, paying all those bills, I wanted to do something just to be fun and to warm my heart. And so I thought it would be awesome to be able to schedule a massage and a facial at the same time. So those are my checks. I would love to hear from you guys what you spent your $3,000 on today, what checks you wrote for your $3,000. While you all are answering that question, let me just remind you, I have 3 requests of you. Somewhere down below, there's a share button, so it'll share to your wall right now and other people can join live. That would be awesome. 2, at some point scrolling up from the bottom will be an option to get notified when I go live. People are always asking me how they know. And so there's a button you can click to like get notified or follow or subscribe or something like that. Go ahead and click that button. And then, you know, obviously there's a space for comments. And then to the right of the space for comments is like the thumbs up and the hearts and all that stuff. You can hit any of those anytime, and that's how it floats across the screen. But like, just as an example, you could hit the heart 10 times and then 10 hearts float across the screen. So for those of you that are kind of new to this, I wanted to give you the Facebook Live 101. Yes, Jennifer Miracle West, tomorrow I could spend all $4,000 for fun. Here is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if I write sort of all of my bills, then I don't have that excuse anymore. And then I have to start really dreaming and having fun with it because my bills will be paid. And that would be awesome. And then I can dream. I can have some fun with it. But I wanted to tell you, I did the math. So on day 5, when we write a $5,000 check to ourselves and we spend that $5,000, when you add up day 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 together, we'll have made and spent $15,000. $15,000 on just day 5. Day 10, we'll have made and spent $55,000. Day 14, so just 2 weeks, we will have made and spent $105,000. Day 15, so half the month, $120,000. Day 20, $210,000. And if you all stick with me in this for the Prosperity Challenge for 30 days, hold your horses here, people. This is insane. In 30 days, we will have written ourselves checks for and then spent $465,000. Just shy of $500,000 if we stick this out for 30 days. We're going to need to be dreaming. We're going to need to be dreaming. How awesome is that? $465,000 in checks we get to write ourselves and write for the things that we want and we love. That's insanity. That is so cool. That is so cool. 30 days, almost $500,000. And so, you know, that's kind of my point, is like, I don't have nearly that many bills. And so if I write a lot of my checks right now and I pay all my bills in advance and I get all that sort of relief of like not having to worry about that for 12 months, then I'm going to have to think big. And I'm going to have to think broad and fun and sometimes practical and sometimes insane. And I mean, $465,000. We're going to do it. Okay, so now I wanted to share with you 5 affirmations from Louise Hay. Louise Hay is another leader in the law of affirmation the law of attraction and in affirmations. And so she has 5 affirmations I want to share with you, and then I have 1 that I wanted to share with you too. And some of them are short and some of them are long. And so if you want me to repeat the long ones, I'll try to repeat it a couple times, but you can always watch the video back and write them down for yourselves. But this first one that I love, and I wrote this one on my bathroom mirror with a dry erase marker, is my income constantly expands. My income constantly expands. And so for those of you that don't know what affirmations are, again, it's about calling it in. It's about manifesting something. But these are the, like, you put these notes in your bathroom mirror, you put them in your car, you put them on your desk, you put them as the wallpaper to your phone or your computer. You put them everywhere you are so that you see them all the time, all the time, all the time. And you just keep repeating them back to yourself. And you smile and you feel it, what that would feel like. And so here's the thing about my income constantly expands, is that that's not really hard to believe, right? Like sometimes you hear affirmations and you think, like, no, I don't really believe that, or that's like too far away for me, right? If somebody feels like they're really overweight, to say the affirmation like, I'm so skinny, sometimes doesn't feel authentic, and it's hard to say that over and over and to believe it. But you might say, my body gets healthier and healthier every day. Or you might say, releasing weight is easy for me. Something like that, that feels more authentic and like something that you can actually believe in. So again, affirmation number 1, my income constantly expands. I love that one. Number 2, my income expands because I manage my finances with gratitude and love. My income expands because I manage my finances with gratitude and love. And so I thought, what a great reminder for us, again, as we're writing those checks to ourselves and as we're writing the checks to other people for what we want, to be grateful and to have love and warmth for the money that we are putting out into the world and that we're, bringing into ourselves. So my income expands because I manage my finances with gratitude and love. The third one, I feel love and gratitude as my income expands. I feel love and gratitude as my income expands. And I can tell you how I think about that. Everybody's going to have to sort of figure that out for themselves. But when something great happens to me throughout the day, good, great, money comes, something works out really well, somebody gives me a compliment, whatever that is, I really try right in the moment to take a moment and say thank you, like in my own head, like, thank you. I so appreciate that. Thank you. That went so well. Thank you. For that money, for that opportunity, for that referral, for thinking of me. Like, thank you to the universe for this great thing happening, right? I try to say thank you right in that moment, to be grateful in that moment. And then, anytime it crosses my mind throughout the day, I'll again say, like, thank you. Like, that was wonderful. I'm so relieved. I'm so happy. Or I'm so excited. And so that's important. I feel love and gratitude as my income expands. Don't forget, write to me. I haven't seen anybody post yet. Write to me about what you're spending your $3,000 on today. Can't wait to hear. Number 4. I love this one. This one's powerful. I am allowed to be prosperous. I am allowed to be prosperous. Jen Yingling, that's my favorite so far. I feel love and gratitude as my income expands. Yeah. For me, all good things come from God, so I like this one. Yeah, love it. So I am allowed to be prosperous. I mentioned last night, I'm listening to this book, The Millionaire Next Door. And they're talking about this research that they did about like all these millionaires and decamillionaires, so like the people that are worth $10 million. And it's, you know, like less than 1% of the population of our country. And that most millionaires are making something like $220,000 household income annually. So I don't know about you, but like that's not what I expected to hear. But they talked really clearly about the difference between folks, frankly, like me. The mindset I've had for a really long time is like, if I have the money, I can buy the thing. And if I don't have the money, then I don't buy the thing. So basically, money in, money out, money in, money out, money in, money out. And they were talking really clearly about how millionaires budget. Like they know exactly right now how much money they spent on groceries this year. Exactly, like money for like groceries, money for food out, money for gasoline, money in each of the areas of their business, money for their electric bill, money for each of their utility bills, money for like their mortgage payment. I mean, that they could rattle off to you, it cost me X dollars to live, it cost me X dollars to feed myself and my family, it cost me X dollars to clothe myself, X dollars to for my shelter, for my travel. And, you know, a lot of people don't know that, and they don't do that. And then what they were saying is that they typically use then a really similar budget for the very next year. So even if they make more money, they're using that extra money they made in savings and in investing. They said every single person that's like a millionaire is investing in stocks and mutual funds and this and that. So it's been really, really, really interesting to think about all that. But it's like, I think those of us that are used to sort of having to live paycheck to paycheck, or this sense of money in, money out, money in, money out, like, I don't know that we believe that we're allowed to be prosperous. And so if you're somebody that doesn't believe you're allowed to be prosperous, this would be a really good affirmation for you, because you have to send that energy out into the universe. Like, that it's okay for me to make money. It's okay to make a lot of money. I am worth making a lot of money. Right? And this sense of having abundance, not scarcity. So like, just because I have an extra $20 doesn't mean I have to go spend it right now because that $20 is going to go away. Right? This sense that we can manifest money when we need it, and that it doesn't have to be a scarcity model. It doesn't have to be this sense that like, if the world implodes tomorrow, I have to have spent all my money right now. Right? So that's so good. I'm allowed to be prosperous. I'm allowed to be prosperous. Jen Yingling, $3,000 is actually pretty much the estimate to pay for a contractor to come and do some work in our yard. Anyway, I'd be thrilled to pay. Yes. You've been struggling with that situation for so long. What an incredible relief it would be to pay $3,000 one time to one contractor and like wash your hands of it. That would be wonderful. Okay, so 4 was I am allowed to be prosperous. 5 is similar, but it's I allow myself to be prosperous. I allow myself to be prosperous. And you know what I like about this one? I feel like this one somehow is not just about money, right? I allow myself to be prosperous. So it could be in friendships. It could be in money. It could be in your possessions. It could be in love. It could be in, you know, so many neat things. I allow myself to be prosperous. And then the 6th one is mine, but I want to share it with you. And I cannot help but like kind of chuckle when I say it. Jennifer Miracle Best says number 4 again. 4 is I am allowed to be prosperous. And 5 is I allow myself to be prosperous. Finite, I know the difference there, but these were in Louise Hay's affirmation. So I am allowed to be prosperous, and then I allow myself to be prosperous is number 5. And then number 6, like I said, the one that's mine, but that I can't help but chuckle in, is to say I am a money magnet. I don't know why, but like when I'm walking around in my life and I think, man, I'm a money magnet, it just makes me smile and it makes me chuckle. And like, that's how the law of attraction works, is like to feel it and to be giddy about it and to be like, yes, yes. So every time I say, man, I'm a money magnet. I am a money magnet. It just makes me chuckle and it feels so good, right? So that's my favorite. So I am a money magnet, and my income constantly expands on my bathroom mirror in dry erase marker. So those are my two favorites. My income constantly expands. Like I would say, if you could right now, like, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes if you want, it doesn't matter, and like say that to yourself 2 or 3 times. My income constantly expands. My income constantly expands. My income constantly expands. I don't know about you, but like, I just feel like it's like my heart rate slows down. Like, it's so calming. It's so relieving. It's so, like, I just get to exhale when I say my income constantly expands. And then, like I said, I like that one juxtaposed with I'm a money magnet, because the like money magnet one just makes me chuckle, and I love that. So I have one that's like calming, my income constantly expands, and it's kind of exciting. And then I get to do I'm a money magnet and just chuckle and laugh and smile and feel warm and love every bit of it. So that's okay, Miss Jennifer, go ahead. So you use $3,000, you would say, first you would spend $500 for a new dishwasher. I have to tell y'all, I have a few sort of must-haves in my car, and just a couple must-haves about where I live, and a dishwasher is a must-have of mine. I'm with you there. That is not my favorite chore, washing dishes. Not my favorite chore. So we heard what Jen Yinglings would do. Jenny Yingling would fix her outside, fix her yard. JMB would get a dishwasher. $200 massages for both of us. $2,300 balance of my business credit card debt. Good for you. Good for you. I know how much you hate credit card debt. We all do, you know? And they even talked about on this, The Millionaire Next Door, that like they don't have the credit cards that people, again, stereotypically would think they have. I don't know how the book is. It's not brand new. But they said that the majority of people, the millionaires, have a Visa and or MasterCard because they can use it for just about anything. And then they have like a Penny's and a Sears card. JCPenney and Sears. Not other like crazy like clothing ones or like swanky Diners Club, whatever's. None of that. A Visa and or a MasterCard and JCPenney and Sears. The millionaires. I don't know about you, but I want to be a millionaire. And the thought of being a decamillionaire is like, woo! How awesome would that be? $10 million worth. $10 million. Okay, so let me just remind you, today was day 3. If you haven't done it yet, write yourself a $3,000 check. And then write the checks for the $3,000. It's silly to have them unless they have some kind of perk attached, really. I agree. And you pay more most of the time because of the interest rates. So you're going to write yourself a $3,000 check. You're going to write checks against that $3,000 for today. Remember I said on day 5 we'll have made and spent $15,000. By day 15 we'll have made and spent $120,000. And by day 30, $465,000. So you're going to have to be dreaming. You're going to have to be thinking big. You're going to have to be doing some research and figuring out how much your dream trip would be, figuring out how much it would cost to do some things on your bucket list. $465,000 by day 30. Woo! We got to think about what we'd do there. And then I'll just recap these 6 affirmations really quickly. So number 1, my income constantly expands. My income constantly expands. 2, my income expands because I manage my finances with gratitude and love. 3, I feel love and gratitude as my income expands. 4, I am allowed to be prosperous. 5, I allow myself to be prosperous. And number 6, I am a money magnet. I'm a money magnet. Jennifer Miracle Best. Yeah, frequent flyer miles. Yes, definitely. Even cash back, right? Like if you knew you were going to make a big purchase and there was some way to get cash back from it and you were going to pay that, like you could go pay it off right away, then it would probably really be worth it. And I know some people use their credit cards because of the insurance that comes like already on the credit card. So sometimes if they're going to buy, like you were talking about, major appliances or some other things, then they don't have to buy the like payment plan with the store because it's on the card. So same with renting a car, right? A lot of our credit cards have automatically insurance for renting a car, and so some people would pay for it that way because they'd be covered. I'm gonna have to start doing some research. Me too. I actually had to do some research for mine today, and we're at $3,000. And at $3,000, I had only made and spent $6,000, and I already had to do some research for today. So I know. Can't wait. So for those of you that want to stay in for 14 days, if you only want to do this for 14 days, you'll have made and spent $105,000. But if you stick with us through day 30, $465,000, almost $500,000 in 1 month we'll have made and spent. Don't forget, as you are manifesting money over the next few days and weeks and months, make sure that you write back here and tell us what you got, because I don't know, I just think it'd be really cool and it would help cheer us all on to be able to hear. And again, I love that we're all sharing what we're spending our money on, because other people have great ideas. Like, everybody has had great ideas that I hadn't thought of yet. And then the other thing, I don't know about you all, but the other thing I'm noticing is, like, throughout the day, I'll be thinking like, oh, it'd be nice if I could buy this. Oh, it'd be nice if I could do that. Oh, it'd be nice if I could pay this ahead. And so now I've started like jotting them down so that when I get to sit down and write my checks, I'm like, oh, I know what I wanted to do. I don't want to forget. So start keeping your list, because we're going to get good at this making and spending money thing. Can't wait. And as I said, I promised that I'm going to get a paper version of The Millionaire Next Door so that I can highlight some of those stats and some of that information. I want to share it with you all because it's kind of mind-boggling. And they really make a point about how, I don't know, TV like sensationalizes what it means to be a millionaire, and these giant mansions and people with like 1,000 pairs of crazy sneakers and 15 cars and all that stuff. In real life, the millionaires and the decamillionaires, not a single bit of that is true. Not a single bit of that is true. So what that tells me is that there's room for all of us to be millionaires, and maybe even decamillionaires. That'd be pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Tomorrow is day 4 and Christmas Eve. We'll write a check to ourselves for $4,000, and then we will spend that $4,000. And at that point, we will have been at $10,000 tomorrow, made and spent. 10 grand. Woo! 10 G's already. Awesome. So get thinking about what you're going to spend tomorrow. All right, I'll talk to you soon, everybody. Again, Merry Christmas Eve. Have a safe night. Bye for now.